Good. All right, guys. How's everybody doing? Just my windows a little bit. There we go. All right. So, still in Tel Ekir today. Or actually, hold on a second. I actually need to do something for Gary real quick while I'm thinking about it. He's been working on cleaning up the zoning, or the new zoning script, and he needed me to remove nap mesh in an area. Hey, Zukin, how's it going? So, while I'm thinking about that, I should probably do it. Alright, so I need to remove this area. Hey Justin, how's it going? Oh. It's always funny how much perspective can, like, play a trick on you. Pretty sure actually I can just take out this whole spot. Ugh. Hold it a second, what is this? That's a new... Oh, okay, I get what that's doing. Let me double check. It's been a bit since I did this. So I don't remember what I did here. I think all of this is not even traversable. Zone boundary. Yeah. So let me just take off that entire, like, the nav mesh from this entire area. Hey Chaz, how's it going? Waiting for pizza before the thunderstorm hits. Nice. Actually, we had pizza the other day. I love pizza, but not sure I can really do it anymore. Body started to reject lactose, I think. I'm kind of this. It depends on the where it's from for me. But I think it's actually more of a red sauce, like marinara and stuff, doesn't always agree with me. Think, yeah, I just want to make sure Wormsbane is far enough down that I'm not messing that up. And this should go into our nav mesh obstacles. Let's move this over here. I'll leave it in this area for now, but that will more than likely be taken out as well. Oop, that is not gonna work. Come on, Unity. I think I hit Control S and it's saving weirdly. Alright. Put that back up. That I want. Leave that one there. Cool. Alright, so this zone line should be good now. Let's just double check there's nothing hiding in here that I missed. I think we're good. Cool. Yeah, I think that should be fine. So Gary is, like I said, redoing the... Oops. The zoning for us. There we go. And it's reliant, I guess, on the nav. I think that's right. But it's reliant on the nav mesh. So, because it was still up here, players were able to land up there. So this should fix what his issue was. Hey, Cacao! And I think I already said hi to you, Chaz, but if I didn't, hi. Let's see. Justin also said we had not had weather since last August. Huge temperature flipping 87 to 57. Man, I wish it was dipping to 57 tomorrow. It is getting cooler here, but not that much cooler. But it's like 80, like high 70s, 80. But man, the cottonwood is like falling all over the place. I was walking up to grab an energy drink this morning because my body was not waking up, and it's starting to look like it's snowing. But it's just the little fluff cotton things. We have Domino's here. If you want cheap, it's pretty good. It's better than the cardboard it used to be. I haven't had Domino's in forever. I actually don't mind. Not that it's great pizza, Zukin, but I actually don't mind Little Caesars. My preference, though, here, if I'm going with a chain, is Hungry Howie's. Red Baron's your go-to? I don't do frozen pizzas that much. I do Aldi pizzas, which aren't frozen. They're like just chilled. Yeah, Hungry Howie's is really good. I love it. They've got like flavored crusts. I always get the, what do I get? Garlic parmesan, I think. Or butter cheese? No, it's butter cheese. All right. Back to Tel Ekir. So today I'm starting to like block in the kind of city ruin area. This part's probably gonna be the most time consuming out of everything. Is gonna be my guess, because there's a bunch of stuff going on. The aesthetic is kind of like this. So I've kind of started setting up this shot. We'll see how much of it actually turns out 100% like a 1-for-1 for this or not. This scale I think is going to be a little bit different. And I don't know if, I'm not sure how high the cliff walls will end up getting, but we'll see. But there's different stuff going on the different sides. There's supposed to be some ruins and stuff going on along this. Oh my god, I'm fighting hiccups already. Pond, lake, river. I think I'm also going to link that up to here. So there'll be 2 ways to kind of get into the thing we were working on last week. The little, like, shrine sundial portal thingy. So, working on a way down here. So you can see I'm kind of staging it similar to Goblin's illustration. So you've got the waterfall. It's not, the waterfall's going to be deleted at some point and then actually built, but right now it's just kind of a visualization of where it's going to be. Then we've got this, which I think will end up dropping down because I'm going to be lowering this floor in places. So it might actually look a little bit better once we do that, but we'll see. And then these walls and stuff may get pushed around a little bit as well, to add more space. Because that's the biggest thing I'm worried about. Like, if I'm supposed to put some ruins and stuff of this old civilization out in this area, I feel like it might be a little small. But I don't want to expand it too large at the same time, so it's going to be a little bit of a give or take to play around with. I think I also want to have, since there's going to be water here, I think I want to have it where, like, some of the old city ruins are kind of, like, buried. They're not buried, but, like, submerged. That's the word I'm looking for. It's 59 here in UK, where I live. It's supposed to be frigging summer. Yeah, it definitely feels summery here. I do better in cooler environments, so I would totally be happier in 59 degrees. Granted, today, like I said, it's like high 70s, so it's not that bad. But I was sad yesterday 2 days ago. Yeah, it was after my stream. So 2 days ago. My AC, my portable AC unit that I have in my room here, its capacitor blew. So still worked after it popped, but I'm not using it until the replacement comes. So hopefully the new capacitor fixes the issue and hopefully gets here sooner rather than later, although the shipping was said like 2 to 3 weeks, so I'm sure there will be a heat wave by the time it gets here, which I'm not looking forward to. Tel Ekir? Yep, yeah, this is Tel Ekir. Oh, I didn't know Hungry Howie's existed. Oh, I don't know if Hungry Howie's is like a North, or Midwest thing. Let me see. Oh, they're not gonna just give me all of the locations. Let's see. Michigan is where it was originally made, or founded. Yeah, maybe it's a Midwest thing. I have no idea. I'm not getting a quick Google result, so on like where all the locations are. But if you ever are in the Midwest, they're not bad at all. And that's not a sponsored plug. That was just me saying they have good pizza. Okay, so I think this is going to remain kind of cliff-like. This is going to stay kind of cliff-like, and then I think over here is where structures will start. Maybe some down lower, but this is going to have some facade-like structures. I don't know where in here. Some of them probably will. But I opened this area up because I want to put some of those ruins and stuff in here. And I've been starting to give myself some edge loops to... Some edge loops to use for shore lines when I get to that point. Yeah. Zukin also answered that, or I think I answered it. Man, my brain has just not been focused today. I take mid-60s at the moment. It's a little bit too cold. Yeah, I think mid-60s is like mid-50s to mid-60s is kind of like my ideal range, because I like being able to throw on a hoodie and obviously beanie. And be kind of like comfy, warm, because I can always throw on more layers if I'm cold. When it gets hot, you kind of can only take off so much, and then if you don't have an AC or like a swimming pool or something like that, you're kind of melting. Or at least I am. Although today's actually not bad, especially with these. I've got some fans next to me just blowing on me, and it actually feels kind of nice. All right, so I'm going to. I want to extend down that area. I think I need another edge loop here, though. I don't think I'm going to have enough. Or maybe I just want to do it like that. Yeah, let's just do that. We can always fix it later if it doesn't work. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So another 2. Okay. So kind of starting it off as like 2 stories deep. Okay. It's just the texture being weird. He's trying to be vague so he doesn't give away secrets. Yep. Definitely attempt not to give too much away. But this dungeon could so I was reading up on some of the updates on Confluence, and especially some of the stuff off of this area will eventually probably have a second zone that it zones into. And potentially kind of in a similar style to like Guck. So you know how Upper Guck and Lower Guck have multiple entrances into the zone. Something along those lines. For the future. They proper hated me in stress test. Or they proper hated me in stress test. In stress test. Hunted my big ogre butt down the day. Yeah, the Ashira, especially in the newbie art, are brutal. When you're first starting out. It's my hands. They get too cold if I'm not reasonable. Yeah, my hands and my feet get real cold at times. Sometimes my nose does too. I got dominoes rolling. Gonna leave at 1:30 to pick it up. Nice. Are you modeling any orcs yet? Nope. Not yet, Zukin says. Yeah, I don't think we have any immediate need for orcs. Not that there won't be orcs in the future. I don't think any of the areas we are currently working on, though, have orcs planned for them. Unless I am mistaken. You broke Pro Builder? I do that frequently. It definitely can be prone to breaking. Did you let's see if I can force it to break. No? Not gonna let me? Nope. I know one of the things that frequently will do is, like, if you stack vertices on top of each other, the whole screen will go black on you. Pro breaker. That's fine. I'll take my vengeance on the Ashira just as equally. 999 air messages. All I asked it to do was go to face it half. Oh boy. It's taken much longer to break than you modeler. I still have yet to play around with that. I'll probably mess with it at some point over my break. To see if there's any uses for it. I think there was also a bridge kind of in front. Yeah, it was a bridge. Where would that be? It would be somewhere over here, over there. Sometimes Pro Builder doesn't like building new shapes when you're like inside a convex shape. Oh, hold on. Let's zero out these rotations. There we go. These bridges that I already have were extruded off of this shape, so I don't have like a bridge to use. So I'm just gonna grab this for now. I should probably tuck this and this into this. There we go. Problem will be that this area... No, I guess that's not that big of a problem. The water level will be lower than I was initially going to do. Okay, hold on. I think I'm getting this. Sorry, sometimes it takes a minute to like wrap my head around how I want to do stuff from 2D to 3D. Because concepts are great and all, but sometimes they don't show like where they, you know, they aren't taking all of the angles into account, and like how things are overlapping and stuff. It's more about like what looks cool, and then from a 3D standpoint. You have to kind of take that and figure out, okay, what is this image that looks cool? What does it mean in 3D? And then, so I'm going to try to, so what I'm trying to do is kind of capture that idea, and then once I kind of have that feel, kind of work more level design into it. And there's always the chance that it just doesn't work as well. And then, you know, just got to modify it and figure out what works, but still kind of captures the feel and the idea of the concept. And we'll bridge these. Just from running an edge. Ooh, apparently I missed that when I was breaking this up. Okay, let's fix this. I messed some stuff up. Need to turn off the ocean. There we go. Now we will take these two. Oops. Well. Do it. They weren't perfectly on top of each other, so it didn't weld. Probably always test. Because sometimes it looks like a tool does what it's supposed to, and it doesn't. Be back soon. Alright, see you in a little bit, Justin. It takes much longer to break than remodeler. I already did that. there are some nice things, but pretty much working on anything over 25 meters doesn't seem to be a good plan. I tried to raise a bug and then basically said don't be bigger than 25. That's weird. I'm sure there's some sort of error in like their vector math or something like that. And it doesn't like floats over a certain size. But that's literally me just guessing. I'm not a 3D programmer. I was decent at geometry back in high school, but I did not take trigonometry. And that's about it for my math in terms of my high school math abilities. Me and algebra did not get along. This tunnel's gonna look really janky for a bit. I'm just trying to... I actually have some more ideas with this tunnel, so it'll probably come over here as well. But for now, it's there. I'm like angry at numbers. I know it's Paytas the Ranger, but Paytas, the elemental, is more carved into my memory. It was funny, like, sitting there as the elemental, as more and more people realized that I was casting Sao. Like, I could tell, because I was doing it on all 3 servers, which server the word was getting around on. Because there'd just be a much, like, a much more noticeable, like, a crowd of people consistently running up to me. Apparently it's down to floating point errors. That would kind of make sense. I know floats themselves are like more prone to errors, especially at higher numbers. I can't remember why it's like that, but I know that is with my limited programming knowledge, I know that's a thing. What? Maybe this doesn't need... Yeah, it's a walkway. Um, I'm ashamed to admit I begged for Sal. There were a couple people that did. Most people would just run up and hail me. But like I said, it became noticeable. I can't remember. I think it was either server 1 or server 3. One of the two of them. It became very obvious that like someone had said something and I just hadn't seen it. Like I don't know if it was in groups or in tells or what. But there was always a group of people running up. It was also kind of fun because like I could tell who was dying because like I'd get hailed and then like a couple minutes later I'd see them again. So that was always kind of fun. Right now. Pretty sure you res me a couple times. I definitely res people in Wormsbane. There were several times where I would kind of just run over to Wormsbane and check out what was going on. And then I would just start GM resing piles of corpses. We talked Nick the Dragon Slayer into de-leveling and doing the dungeon with us. That test was such an incredible experience. I'm glad you had fun. Actually, I think I might have been in one of your streams or saw afterwards when Nick was going, because Nick brought you down to the chapel, right? Pretty sure I saw that. Unless Nick was running multiple ones through. Okay, yeah. I can't remember if I watched it on which of their streams I watched it on, but probably both, honestly. I was in, like, when we were streaming, I was hopping in and out of streams. There was at one point where I had the 3 servers going, and I had, like, Sean's stream going, and then I was hopping in and out of multiple other streams. It was like Eminem overload. It was fun. But I'm pretty sure I might have been in that stream. But again, and then afterwards I tried to catch up on as many streams that people were posting as I could. So they all kind of, at this point, are blending together of which ones, which ones I caught live and which ones I caught after the fact. But it was definitely a ton of fun. Hopping in and watching everybody stream and getting to talk to everybody. Yeah, I think I wanna down a little bit. Carry us a bit. The music was so good down there. Yeah, the music is, Robert's consistently delivering a high, or setting a high bar for all the rest of us to hit with his music. Like, there's definitely a couple of them that are, like, stand out for me that I really love, but, like, I can't think of one where I'm like, I'm not a fan of this song. And they a lot of his songs also like grow on me over time too. Like, I'll hear it initially and be like, yeah, I like this, and then over time I'm just like, wow, this is really really good. It's stuck in your head. Find yourself humming it. I think Patrick was saying that on his stream the other day. That he keeps finding himself humming some of the songs. Oops. Let's see. Did they do any sort of marketing for Eminem yet? I'm guessing. No, we haven't. Beyond the streams, we haven't really marketed the game at all. I mean, and the streams marketing budget is, you know, 0. So that's about as much marketing as I've done. Is stream some of the development. But we haven't like actually paid for advertisement or anything like that. It's all been word of mouth, which is a big part of, you know, when we say, you know, you guys helping us with YouTube and or the YouTube algorithm and telling your friends and stuff about the game is the best way you can support the game right now. But you know that is very true. Because right now we're not, you know, advertising anything, because we don't have a campaign or anything like that going on for crowdfunding, and the game isn't, you know, about to release or anything like that. So it's a little early for us to try to. Or not try to, but it's early for us to be actively, you know, paying for advertisements. So yeah, up until now, it's been very grassroots type of word of mouth, organic growth. And so far, you know, it's worked. The community is consistently growing. The stress test alone, you know, brought the Discord from like what, 22, 23-ish thousand to just under 4,000 last time I looked. So that alone was a huge bump. And the community sentiment, I think, was overall pretty positive for the stress test. And you know, like we've mentioned before, you know, we saw it as the test itself was very successful. The hype and stuff that seems to have built off of it, you know, is a nice added bonus. To a successful test of our tech. The only thing that was done wrong with the first test was not implementing the drinking mechanic or the drinking alcohol mechanic. Yeah, I think that alcoholic, I can't remember what the name of it is. Something beer. I think was put in for a crafting, like a food recipe, if I remember correctly. But I don't really do itemization type stuff, so I could be off base and wrong with that, but I'm pretty sure it was it's there for some recipe. But there'll definitely be, alcohol consumption type mechanics. I'm pretty sure, anyways. I know it's been discussed. Can't have drunken gnome races without drunken gnomes. I spent all my money. Yeah, I remember you'd spent your money on the alcohol. I remember you mentioning that. Need more playtest for marketing. I have vacation time to save up. Yeah, like I said, it definitely helped. I think the issue is, we can definitely overdo playtests too, where you guys are able to all get in and play, and then you get ahead of the content that we have, and burn out and stuff like that, just because the game isn't ready for prolonged testing. I mean, there is a lot of content, but there's a lot more content that needs to be generated. But it'll be a lot of fun when we get to that point where we can, like, we have enough stuff in that we can do a much longer test. Or, we get to the point where we're ready to launch. That'll be fun too. Killrain, thank you for the follow and welcome. Yeah, getting that many people in the beta was impressive, or pre-alpha. Yeah, it definitely could have gone, completely sideways on us, but it did not. There was there's room for improvement and stuff with the performance, but it went, like, the tech stuff went really well, and some of that, some of the stuff that, like, the optimization and stuff like that, will come with time. Right now it's just we're so early, we're not at that optimization pass phase where we're going through cleaning stuff up, getting occlusion volumes and stuff in. And for everybody who doesn't know what an occlusion volume is, essentially, like, if I'm over here, this wall is occluding this object and this object and this object. So an occlusion volume, you can see if I have these clicked, they're still there. An occlusion volume would actually, like, despawn them, so you wouldn't be able to see it. So, like, as you're moving around, things are getting turned off. So your graphics card isn't rendering, thousands and millions of polygons that are just not relevant to the screen. And right now, we'd had a version, like, an initial quick pass in Night Harbor at one point, but stuff wasn't set up properly for it yet. So there was some funkiness to it, and with moving stuff around, it was causing all sorts of issues. So we turned it off for now. So, you know, that kind of pass will definitely make some of the like GPU related performance issues a little bit better, because I know some people were like saying that their fans were spinning up. That type of stuff should be eventually worked out. All in due time. I'm back. Next time I carry a pizza in that there, I'm just gonna go inside. Enjoy your pizza, Justin. Yeah, I think beer was for trade skill. I was ready to level up my alcohol tolerance instead. Oh, and welcome to the chat, Kilrain. Oh, good call with the dot save. Or the exclamation save. I'm 100%. I 100% get that. I mean, there was so much from fishing to trade skills, etc., that I didn't get to experience, despite playing 70% of the hours it was up. But it was a fun experience. We've been randomly sampling games, trying to find an experience to hold us over. The draw distance is great. Yeah. And you know, that'll be another thing. We want to be able to have that long draw distance, but you know, giving players a way to control draw distances and stuff like that will also help with optimization and, you know, gamma settings for lighting and stuff like that. Eventually, I think we want to do kind of like a calibration, like a light calibration system or something like that. So people that have screens that are not, some screens are better in the dark zones like Wormsbane than other screens. I know for a fact, because the laptop I have from work, it's really hard to tell. Like, I don't do I learned my lesson, and I don't do lighting changes on that machine anymore. Because I get back on here and everything that looked great is like super bright, or I scratched open a bug bite. But yeah, it's not optimal. So I feel everybody's pain on the spots that are too dark. If you have a monitor that isn't the greatest in terms of how much brightness it can put out. But yeah, we'll have stuff like that with draw distance and stuff. But we do want to have those like really long, like, you know, you can see over vast distances. But you know, it'll be zone specific too. We want to do zones that are real foggy and dense, and you know, create that feeling, kind of like Kelthan and Greater Fate Arc when it originally launched, and you know, had the thick fog, so it was really hard to see. That type of feeling. All right, let's try walking around in here. Oh, did I? No, I'm fine. For a second there, I thought I turned that off. Alright, let's take a look. I think I left my character right around that spot, so it shouldn't be that long of a run. Yep. Although, I'm not gonna run over there. So, if this is the water line... Ooh, that's going to need to be lower. Yeah, that'll need to be lower. Much lower. Okay. Actually, this whole thing's going to be lower, because this doesn't give a whole lot of room to swim around. So I'll probably move this down, maybe double, and then this with it as well. So this will probably start around where this is. If not lower. I miscalculated how hot it would be. Carry 2 medium pizzas fresh from the oven. Yeah, when I grabbed the pizzas the other day, they were really warm, and it was like 82. I was like, oh, this is gross. I'm gonna have to think about how to do this area. Maybe this will drop, or maybe this stops here. You'll be able to walk into here. Maybe this drops slightly, and then this will get inside here. And as opposed, so what I'm doing with this is it's literally just going to be like a stairwell. So one will get you up to here, and the other is going to get you, I guess, down, and then have a bridge coming off over here. I think that's what I'm going to end up doing. Because of this elevation and the angle, this is going to be really funky to kind of do the way I was originally intending. And I want this to be flat so that I can kind of have a similar angle to the concept off the front. And then I think this might actually move more over here. And then this is going to be where I think we start our climb up to the top. And then this will be... for anybody who doesn't know what's going on up here, this is going to be a... you can see kind of up there. So it's going to be a more wooded, kind of mystical water that kind of is flowing up the sides and stuff like that. This shape, again, for anybody who wasn't here earlier, this is purely just here as a visual reference for me. It's not... This is not going to be the geo that it ends up being here. But then you'll be able to look down. Although, I don't know. Hold on. Let's turn off the collision. Maybe it's not going to be as high. Just trying to think of how this is going to be framed. Uh-oh, server shutting down. Okay, let's get to a safe spot. Which actually would probably be over here. Or safer spot, anyways. We'll turn collision back on, and we'll get to the ground, and we'll log out. I'm really good, but I didn't do it this time, but I'm really good at when I'm taking pictures for the updates of leaving myself like flying in the air and then turning or coming back into the game on a character and just falling to my death. Because fly mode doesn't persist through logout. Okay. So let's do this first. I'm trying to keep them not uniform, which I normally try to, but I'm trying to keep them a little less uniform since they are kind of natural bridges. It's supposed to feel a little bit more organic and rocky. For now. Does everyone on the team run Windows, or are we working cross-platform at all? I believe, and this is my understanding, that one of the machines that does the machine that's doing the server building is running Linux. But I do not interact with it beyond like pushing stuff to GitHub, and then it automates our building process based off of prefixes that we type in the name of our push comment, and based on what we tell it to do, it builds or doesn't build. So like the server kicking me or telling me it was gonna reset there was because someone had built something that updates on the server side. But eventually we want to have like dedicated Linux and iOS builds, or whatever, Mac OS, whatever, not iPhones, which would be iOS. But anyways, yeah. Eventually, we wanted to have Mac and Linux clients, but those will be future issues. So, yeah, at some point in the future is the plan, anyways, as far as I'm aware. Yeah, server builds are typically Linux. Yeah, that's my understanding as well. But eventually, like I said, there should be clients. I think Ali was even saying he wants to try to like get it to run on a couple different things beyond that. But we're just not at that point. Current server on phone. I don't think that's a plan, but you never know. I've technically played EverQuest from my phone. Back when I was playing on Agno. M&M Mobile. I'm gonna make a rough out of this first, I think. Should have made this hollow. What coulda, shoulda. Alright, let's do this. Duplicate. Is there a duplicate here? Yes, there is. Okay. Center pivot. Do this from pivot. Ooh. Hold on. Okay. So, in theory, you should line up closely enough. So nice when you use snapping and stuff like actually lines up like you want it to. Makes your life so much easier. You'd be surprised how many students I tell you really should pay attention to your grid, and how many don't listen. Actually, it's not surprising at all. Let's be honest. Come on. Sorry guys, chat for a second there. Camp on your cleric while waiting, for a root canal. When I was on, whatchamacallit, Agnar years back, I had my phone set up with, I can't even remember, I don't even know if the app still exists, but Steam had an app where you could stream to your mobile device. I had that set up on my phone, so, and I had a macro, like hotkey, set up, so like if I had to go run to the bathroom and I wasn't pulling, I could just hit the hotkey, I could stream it from Steam to my phone, and I could just hit the hotkeys while I was in the bathroom. Worked pretty well, actually. I just couldn't run, so like if stuff went bad, I couldn't move. But I could, or no, could I move? I think maybe I could slightly move. But it was fairly limited on like what I could do, so I couldn't pull. These are set up before I have the other stuff. Ooh, this is... I know what? That was me being dumb. And not paying attention when I was adjusting the... let's use world space here. Set. Yeah. Okay. So now let's delete these. And we will not any of these and still have extra holes, which I think we are good. And now add up to the same level. Same as that. Let's save before I do a merge. Wait for M&M mobile. No, I'm just joking about super operations. Yeah, I was trying to continue the troll. Mobile confirmed. F. Kilrain, your name sounds familiar. Were you from Were you a Darkfall dev? Correct. Oh, nice. Professor Paytas. um, you're the first to recognize my name. Darkfall looked pretty cool back in the day, but I'm not into PvP, so I never gave it a go. Said Zukin. Surely you know this already, but they're planning to release it on stream soon. Soon, TM. I played it purely for the PvE. And always ran from PvP when possible. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend it for non-PvPers. Yeah, that was why I never tried it. I'm not. I would have done the same thing for the most part. I I I occasionally enjoy PvP. I'm just not a big PvPer. Never have been. I think the game I did the most PvPing in was SWTOR. First came out. And I did a little bit of like arena stuff in WoW when I first started playing, but again, just never really been a big PvP player. Did some duels and stuff like that, obviously in EverQuest. But... All right. I swear I'm allergic to PvP. I always seem to be getting fodder. Oh, I take it back. I also did a little bit of PvP or PvMP in Lotro. Although I honestly was not a giant fan of the PvMP stuff in Lotro. Like it was fun, but it got super repetitive and boring real quick, for at least for me. But running around in a with a pack of wargs was a lot of fun, ganking people. I don't know if I have enough space to do what I wanted to do in here. Start from the bottom and work our way up. That would be easier. Oh no. Um, I'm actually exclusive. I'm actually. Oh my god, I can't read. I'm actually almost exclusively PvP, but only in Quake-like games. PvP makes zero sense in a power progression MMO. I mean, if you're considering like first-person shooters and stuff, PvP, I used to play the crap out of Call of Duty and Battlefield back in the day. And like the original Counter-Strike and stuff like that as well. Yeah, I did some Quake stuff. As you say, it makes sense. Depends on games for sure. My first MMO was Eve, then Darkfall. I did not like PvP and EQ. Yeah, PvP and EQ was. It was obvious. It was like not a priority. Like it was something that was added. It was not the focus of the game, which is fine. But it never, at least for me, it never was a big thing. Alright, how do I want to do this? And I tried playing Eve a couple times, but I could never get into it. And it was usually a timing thing. Like something would always come up whenever I'd start playing, and I just would never get around to like trying to really get into it. But I always enjoyed all the crazy stories that come out of Eve. My first MMO was WoW, and there was me level 20 something. This level 60 camped my pec site for hours. He followed me everywhere. Oh, that sucks. I don't remember. I don't think I ever played on an open PvP WoW server. I always just did like arena type stuff. Actually trying to think, is there any game that I played on an open PvP server? I don't think there has been, actually. Because I just wanted to avoid those types of incidents. At least player skills were a real deal in Darkfall. So it's pure so it wasn't pure dice rolling. I think that's why I like games like Eve and Darkfall for PvP, because higher levels don't instant kill you in level-based games. Yeah, that's nice. Where you don't just, oh, this person's max level and I'm level 20 or 30 or whatever, so I'm gonna get just wrecked in one shot. Arcade could have been one of my favorite MMOs, for sure, if not for that. And the whole cash shop thing, of course, yeah. Cash shops are a thing, but definitely not a thing that I'm really a fan of. Do you ever get a little OCD wanting to do things perfectly? Oh yeah. that definitely can happen. There's been frequently on streams where I'm like, oh, I'll leave that to later. Like I'll get back to that, and then I just sit there and I'm like, oh, now it's gonna drive me crazy, and then like within 5 minutes I'm sitting there working on it on stream. But that can definitely happen. It's definitely one of those things that like you have to get good at sometimes just saying, okay, it's good enough for now. There's a lot of other stuff to work on. Oop, hold on a second. Okay, so my big issue, like what I wanted to originally do was just kind of go around. Almost making like a spiral staircase, I guess. And I guess I'm gonna go end up spiraling this way because this goes up. So granted, this is a natural formation as well, but technically you want to spiral counterclockwise. Or no, you want to spiral clockwise. This is counterclockwise. Like if you're actually building something defensively, because people are dominant, you know, more people are dominantly right-handed with their weaponry, so you want to put your opponent's left hand as the one that has the leverage. And that's our medieval architecture lesson for the day. Should probably actually do it like this. All right. So this is where I'm gonna run into a problem. This is gonna be such a tight wall. I don't think this is gonna work. Oops. Come on. I love when Pro Builder does stuff like that for no reason. My phone didn't notify me of for some reason, darn it. Oh, hey, Crooksana. Dark Age PvP. I think I'm doing pretty good for a second floor apartment. No, having no air conditioning. Oh, that's not fun. I'm on the third floor, although it's like second and a half because the first floor is kind of like half basement. It definitely can get rough. Yeah, I definitely keep your windows open at night. I seem to be really good at ending up with duplicate edges that won't join. If you just connect the two, you can hit Control C. Also, I think you can connect edges. Or no, sorry, not connect edges. Wasn't there collapse? I thought there was a collapse. I might be wrong. Yeah, I guess I'm thinking of something else. I usually use vertices anyways when I'm collapsing stuff, so I just grab the 2 and hit Control C to get rid of stuff. I wish you could just delete edge loops, because that would make Pro Builder a lot more user-friendly. Like, a lot more. Moment of truth. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna have to do a lot of cleanup, but I'm just trying to see if this is even gonna work. I still think there's not enough space here to do what I want. So it'll come down to, do I want to do this with ladders, or do I just increase the overall scale of this and concept be damned? Okay. I think I've got all the edges I need. At least for this first part. Shoot. Oh well, I'll fix it in a minute. I just wanted to see if this is actually gonna work. Let's do an extrusion by 3 meters. Okay. Not great, not terrible. This is doing something. Oh, that's awesome. This is why you gotta be careful when you're combining stuff, that you don't accidentally get stuff on the outside. Yeah, that's exactly what I did. No, mine just give M and N or M and E the evil eye. Sun eye, sun mid face. There will be an edge for nothing that doesn't divide. Yeah, eModeler can delete them, but I think secretly it's getting in a mess for it. Hey Goblin, how's it going? Oh my god, he's doing it. Shh, everyone. Let him cook. Yeah, Goblin here. You want to take... I'm trying to preserve your concept while level designing. It's not a 1-for-1 currently, but it's close. So right now I'm trying to get this working because I'm using this as a central thing to help kind of move around. So I'm just worried that I'm making it too thin. I may have to make it a little fatter looking than that. But I had done goofed. Oop, did I didn't do that intentionally, did I? Pro builder. Drive me crazy sometimes. Okay, let's actually, since I had to redo that other spot, let's fix this entirely. So this is going to need a ceiling. So that will be floor level. I started using that, which is what my problem was. Actually, hold on, could I just... work either. All right. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Fuck, that looks dope. Do whatever you need, sir. Yeah, like I said, I'm trying to keep the vibe of that, and then level design this like valley area based off of that, and then tweak stuff as needed. But I want to see how this feels at this kind of scale. And if it doesn't work, I can easily just enlarge it. But I need to... Oh, nope, that was not what I wanted. So this is the top. I need to delete this. We need to do that. The amount of cleanup I'm gonna have to do in here is gonna be crazy. But... Okay, so let's walk around. So then this. think I can use that there. That. Okay. It's ugly looking. See, this is where I really wish I could snap a vertice to a vertice in the scene, and then just move it up, because that would make my life way easier. Okay, so those are good-ish. Have fun. Later, Kilran. Thank you for the follow. Me on every or me no envy sorting. That looks like how my stuff ends up. Yeah, it's part of it's the scale, like the outside I twisted a little bit, so this would have been wanted like in Maya. I would have just so as a difference between like modeling in Maya versus modeling in this, I would have modeled this as a perfect cylinder in Maya, because I could just slide stuff around up and down super easy. And then I would take this and I'd put it into a lattice. So a lattice is essentially like a box. So I could do, I don't know if you guys can see, like this chapstick here. I could put a lattice around it, which would basically be a box, and I could determine how many lattice points I want on that box that are basically control points, and then I could basically like taper in portions of it, and it would just, everything that I had done as a vertical column, I could just sculpt and shape it, and I wouldn't have to worry about all of this extra stuff. Makes it so much easier. And then you can just like twist it and do all sorts of fun stuff. But unfortunately, I can't do that with Pro Builder, so sad face. So I have to do this the more, like, I guess, convoluted way. Lattices are dope. Yeah, deformers in general are dope. I miss them when I'm working in Pro Builder. I miss them a lot. This is on like this exact thing that I'm building here is kind of like the extreme edge case of things that I would consider doing with Pro Builder. That you know that very no, actually I do want that there. A lot of stuff that would be like any more complex than this, I would just do in Maya. But I think I might be able to pull this off. Pro Builder. Why? Why? They're not terrible. Hey John, how's it going? So there's definitely cleanup that needs to be done. But it may have worked. I don't know how well it would work if we want to put mobs inside here, but it's like a stairwell. This works. I'm just gonna sit back and wait for Nick to be like, "Hey, can you widen this so that I can stick some mobs in here?" my super sucky modeling skills have you over me watching your streams. Pro Builder's now annoying him. Oh no, trust me, Pro Builder's been annoying me for the past like year and a half that I've been using it. But again, the annoyance is partly by design to help kind of give it that rough around the edges look and feel that we're going for. Because as you guys can see, it naturally makes it rough around the edges. You don't have to fake it when it just does it for you by making it rough. When you get to the bridges, by the way, let me know. I had some ideas for one or two of them. Sure, I mean, I kind of roughed them in. So what I'm doing is, oh, I need to. This area right here is actually not going to be like that. Should have just went to edge loops, but whatever. Do it that way, I guess. So yeah, this is going to be more of a drop off. I don't know if I'm gonna do it right here, but so something like that if I actually had everything like it's the correct scale. So something like that, and then either through here or maybe up through here, you would walk onto this bridge, and then this bridge is your way up and down to the different levels. Which again is the one thing that makes me a little nervous with the way I'm doing this, just because this doesn't feel great. It's too tight. I'll have to change it up. Since it's a fairly important, or if that, you know, the design stays that way, it would be a fairly important whatchamacallit, like route, like navigational element to this level or this portion of the zone. So we shall see. There we go. Hmm. I think this might work a little bit better, so it preserves a little bit more space. Okay, let's bridge some of these so there's actually some kind of floor here. And then we'll run around if the server is done building, which that was a while ago, so I'm assuming it should be. Let's see. Osukin saying that Goblin streamed last night isn't in his VODs list. Definitely make it public. Was just thinking one or two of the bridges would be hollow and big enough for having to walk through completely. No idea if that would work well though. It could, but it would have to be specifically like thought of for that. These ones it won't work. I can already say that. There's not enough space to do it. Potentially for some of the other bridges, maybe. It'll just depend. Damn it. I look at Zukin. Most of your streams are while I sleep. Yeah, unfortunately, there's definitely some you know, thing with live streams is it definitely makes it hard for some people to make depending on what time zone you're in. Yeah, well, alright. Let's just hit save. Let's stop noodling around with it, and then we will take a look. Because I'm already at the end of my stream time, and I've got to get some stuff together because my kids have stuff going on today. Sorry, like ADD moment. A bird just flew like right next to our window. Just caught my attention there for a second. Nope, that was not what I wanted. Ugh. How do I bring a game window back up? There it is. Okay. Sitting there like, how do I get the window? I just closed back up. And Goblin says his last stream should be up now. Okay, so obviously we can't get to that part yet, but we can fly over there and pretend that we did. So we just walked out, and let's turn off that. And this will be shaped a little bit better. But that actually... Well, that is a problem. Still, I've got to fix. But, in terms of how tight it is, it's actually not that bad. Yeah, the geo is a little weird in spots and needs some fix. But this actually works better than I thought it was going to. Yeah, it doesn't feel bad at all. I honestly was expecting it to feel worse. Good praise to practice safe fall. I wonder if the fall from up here will kill me as a level 60. Almost! Helps if I hit cast. Let's see. And I don't know the exact level range in here, but if you're training from the top, you may not want to jump down without a levitate. Okay, let's not attempt to hit the... Well, that time didn't hurt. Why did it do that? Hold on. So yeah, I need to clean up the geo on it for sure. But... Huh. Oh, you know what? I think it's that player controller fall damage issue again. Let's test something real quick. I think it was applying this as my height. Like it saw this, and then I walked down and walked off. So if I do this and it deals damage. Yeah. I bet you that's it. Oh! That dealt a lot of damage all of a sudden. Gotta love bugs. Alright, guys. Well, I'm gonna have to zone back over. And we'll leave it at that once we zone back over. Because I need to get some stuff ready before the kids get home. And it's taking its time zoning in a Night Harbor. Come on. Ow. Right on the funny bone. Oh, that's a fun one to do on stream. Uh, slash zone. Oh my god, I can't type now. Zone. Helps if I spell it correctly. Oh, hello there, Ashira Warrior. I like how Nick's already decorating the zone with his corpses. Yeah, funny bones are never funny. That is for sure. Thinking about grabbing an iced tea. Actually, I could go for an iced tea right now. Alright, so we'll grab the body, and then we'll call it a stream for today. So I was gonna... Oh, I guess I already walked through the wall. So yeah, I think if I clean up the geo on this, it actually doesn't feel too bad. Again, the difference is going to be like beyond placing a mob here. If we want to have like floors or something like that to it's going to need more space. There's no like little places to put indents and stuff to stick mobs in, minus maybe at the top here. So depending on what we want to do, there might have to be some adjustments, and the geo just needs to look cleaner, but... Oh, I have fly on. There's a weird bug with fly. Whoops, that was not what I wanted. I was about to, like, oh, let's log out right here, but it's probably not a safe spot to log out in case I decide to move that, spawn back into death, like I'm very good at doing. Alright, so thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Oh, yeah, sorry. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with the stream, today. If you're new to the stream, we are making an indie MMO. Oh my god, I can't speak. We are making an indie MMORPG called Monsters and Memories. That is our website. Go on there and check out all sorts of information about it. If you have any questions, feel free to hop into our Discord. All of the developers are in there. We're pretty good at answering questions. There's also almost 4,000 people in the community at this point in there. So someone should be able to answer a question for you. This is our mailing list if you'd like to stay up to date with what's going on. The mailing list and the Discord are the two places you want to make sure you're following or joined. If you plan on trying to catch any of the future tests, again, we don't have any future testing dates or anything like that planned out to share, but when we do, when that time comes, those will be the places that gets announced. The next link is all the other team members that stream. Excuse me. So if you haven't already given them a follow, I would recommend that. We also post our VODs to YouTube, so if you I don't think I published my last one. I got to do that. But anyways, if you wanted to get caught up on past VODs to kind of see where, the journey of the project, you can do that there. If you are watching on YouTube, please remember to like, subscribe, comment below, click the bell, all that fun stuff. The more engagement we get with those metrics, the more likely YouTube is to recommend M&M content to people that are interested in classic gaming and stuff like that. Classic MMOs specifically. So yeah, it's one of the best ways you can help us out right now. Again, you know, we're really relying on just kind of an organic way of kind of growing the community right now. So the more you suggest the game to friends and tell friends about it, or engage with those metrics on YouTube, the more people get to learn about the game. If you are watching on YouTube and you'd like to follow along in my live chat, there should be a link somewhere down below to my Twitch channel, Paytus the Ranger. If you click on the link and then follow the channel, you get a notification whenever I go live. You can also opt into streaming notifications in Discord. That way you'll get a notification whenever any of us go live in Discord. Other than that, my stream times are Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Wednesday and Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But beyond that, that is all I've got for you guys today. Thank you guys again for hanging out with me. Thank you especially to my subscribers. You guys rock. Your generosity is always super appreciated, so thank you very much. Other than that, guys, I will catch you guys hopefully Monday. Hold on. Actually, it might not be Monday. I've got some stuff going on early Tuesday morning, like really early Tuesday morning. So I'm gonna make the call right now. I won't be streaming Monday this next week. But other than that, guys, I will catch you on Wednesday. And then yeah, have a good weekend. Later.